Our capital campaign is called Building for the Future. And the purpose of the campaign is to raise funds for our 20-year-old campus. The idea of a mikveh as part of that reemerged and gained ground in what was viewed as the crown jewel of the overall campaign. The campaign idea was further previewed with past presidents of Beth Israel. The campaign effort was approved to move forward with by the board of directors of Beth Israel in the summer of 2023. The board undertook careful consideration of the mikveh as a piece of the overall capital campaign. This consideration caused the board to undertake a specific review of the mikveh piece, its importance, its budget, and its effect on synagogue operations. The board took a separate vote on whether or not the mikveh should be included in the capital campaign. The motion passed with an overwhelming majority. A second discussion and subsequent vote was then undertaken to authorize the capital campaign as a whole. So that's basically the evolution of the capital campaign to this point. So why now? The capital campaign launch was being discussed back in early 2020. Well, we can all remember what was occurring in early 2020, and the pandemic hit, requiring a postponement. We didn't even know for how long of those kind of thoughts. We then also postponed a scheduled congregational meeting on the mikveh that was meant to be in late fall of 2023 due to the outbreak of the hostilities in the Middle East and Israel. At this point, we feel that it's no longer prudent to wait any longer. The campaign goal is $12 million. That's the overall fundraising goal, 60% of which pertains to campus restoration and 40% to the mikveh portion. $2 million of the campus restoration portion involves building our endowment to support campus upkeep. We are currently engaged in the quiet phase of the campaign, and we've raised over $4 million in pledges and cash to date. Now, under our bylaws, any effort to engage in new construction on our campus over $100,000, in this case, the mikveh, requires approval of the congregation. The vote for that approval will be conducted on March 19th at a special congregational meeting. The capital campaign has already been approved and authorized by the board of directors. What we'll be voting on March 19th is the authorization for the specific mikveh portion of the campaign. As per our bylaws, any new construction over $100,000 has to be approved by the congregation at a special meeting. So at that special meeting, we will need 75 voting households, and that can be both in person and virtual, are allowed by our bylaws, so a total of 75 in order to have a quorum for the vote, and a 60% majority of those voting for the motion to pass. And just like in a lot of game shows, you have to be present to win, right? So you either have to attend in person or attend online in order to be able to vote on this. The title of the capital campaign that is Building for the Future. With this campaign, we're endeavoring to try to future-proof our campus, and we're trying to be really strategic in in what we've identified as far as the refurbishments and the things that need to be done to the campus to really keep it going in the beautiful way that it's been for the last 20 years. But looking at the future is not just about maintenance, right? It's about having some vision of where we should go. And I have to be honest with you, when we first began the discussions of the capital campaign and the mikveh as a portion of it, I was fairly uneducated in the use of a mikveh, in mikveh's place in the Reform congregation, and it was really through conversations with our clergy when we started talking about the future and the future of Beth Israel. They speak about it so passionately that having a mikveh as a part of our community and on our campus really is the religious future-proofing, right? In addition to all of the physical work that we need to do here, but that's the spiritual piece of it. And that really spoke to me. And I hope hearing from some of our membership who've experienced a mikveh before and what it meant to them, I hope that's helped.